Championships just 2 years ago. Of course, he only took the silver medal in this event behind Tyson Gay. I say only. I'm not sure any of us could have foreseen what was going to happen in 2008 and 2009 at that point. Even a little smile there and a salute to the youngsters who are collecting their kit for them. We have another non-starter here. This is Metu in lane 3, lane 1 empty, so just 6 athletes. Bayana from Brazil, Effa of Canada, then Bolt in lane 5, De Lepin from France in 6, Saito of Japan in 7, and Cirillo of Trinidad and Tobago on the outside. Just to remind you, top 3, of course. Got a feeling he might just about manage that. I think he's trying to tell us all he's a little tired this morning, and he has, I guess, every right to be. It's an interesting point that was being made at the top of the show. It's not so much the running that takes it out of you, but all of the adrenaline that gets used up and the energy you expire just talking to people, and particularly when you're as nice as he is and has time for everybody as well, literally everybody. I don't know how many interviews he did the other night after his victory. Toshi Saito, new personal best set by him this year, 20.42. And just to underline the point I think we've all been making, there's Bolt, and he's going to win this unless something happens. But then there's a whole host of people probably thinking, without Tyson Gay, huge opportunity. There's some great youngsters. We've just seen Goliath of not of Russia, as I was suggesting in the previous heat, and also there's a couple of other good youngsters. We're going to see Alonso Edwards of Panama shortly as well. And of course he's setting new standards, isn't he? And I don't just mean that in terms of the times he's running. There are young athletes coming along who start to, well, they'll be emulating his antics as well, but they're starting to think, hey, anything's possible now. He's wiping away the thoughts that sub-20 is only for a certain amount of people, a certain age before you can start running that. Let's see what he wants to do this morning. I doubt too much. Lepin a little late, and Effa a little late to settle.
Set.
Safely out of the blocks. Effa of Canada started very quickly, as the temerity to move up alongside Usain Bolt. Around that top bend, very comfortable. Top 3 will qualify. I wonder if he's going to let them win this one. Go on, let them win. Just so they can say they beat Usain Bolt. No, he's not, is he? Cirillo of Trinidad and Tobago is 2nd. Effa is 3rd. Usain Bolt, of course, late draws important. He'll not want to mess around too much. He does look a bit tired, doesn't he? Shaking his head there. I think that was a little bit of hard work for the great man there. Rocking and rolling a little bit.
He's breathing hard at the end. It was a good start, though. Good start as well by Effa, the Canadian, just inside him. But I reckon within about 12 strides he'd gone past De Lepin of France. Then it was just a gentle jog down the home straight. And for once, Effa was ahead of him. He must have thought, wow, I'm ahead of the fastest man in the world, but not for long. Cirillo on this side came through quite strongly. A nice easy outing there for Usain Bolt. Be interesting to know how he felt about that and how he's felt since the fantastic 100 meters. Michael?
Well, I think it probably was a little bit difficult for him to get up this morning so early and get ready for this after the 100. And as Steve mentioned before, he's got time for everyone. I'm sure he's been doing lots of interviews and that sort of thing. The way that he ran this race makes it a little bit more difficult as well. It's difficult being so fast, actually, because you don't know, how to run these rounds. I thought, I turned to Denise and said, this will literally be a jog for him. And at this point, he's not given, probably even 50% effort. But with Effa on the side of him, he probably had to run a little bit longer, a little bit harder than he wanted to in the latter parts of the race. So it probably makes sense to just go ahead and blast it out in the first 100 meters and then just jog down as he does in the 100 meters. So this was probably a little bit tougher than he's expected to have. But I don't think there'll be any problem for Bolt at all. He will certainly advance through all of the rounds easily, and I expect that his final will be easy as well, because, as we said, unless someone really kicks it up here in the next couple of rounds, there's only been 2 people under 20 seconds other than Bolt.
Well, he only needed to run 20.7 there. I've just watched him. He sauntered straight through the mix zone, hasn't spoken to anybody. I think he wants to go away and have a little bit of a rest before tonight. Cirillo 20.74 in the second, and Sam Effer of Canada, the other qualifier there.